The Marion County Jail tonight, accused of asking kids on the online game Roblox to send him sexual content. Investigators say Christian Scriven told the kids to make child pornography. After making the initial connection on Roblox, detectives say the suspect would move the conversation to other apps or text messaging, and now they are looking for any more potential victims. We know just how popular these games are, and most of the people playing them are teens or young kids.
And that's why we want to talk about the safety features that parents might not know about. Joining us live tonight from San Francisco is Matt Kaufman, the Chief Safety Officer for Roblox. Thank you so much for being here, Matt. We want to talk about this. So there are always going to be bad actors and bad people. But can you tell us how your team detects any type of inappropriate content?
Sure. So when we think about safety at Roblox, it's our #1 priority. And we think about safety in particular for children and teens. And anytime something happens, like what you just reported on, we take extremely seriously, and we have zero tolerance for any of that activity. Protecting kids online involves multiple systems. It starts with our policies, which are very different than what you'll find in other social media applications. For example, we monitor all communications, we don't encrypt anything, and we don't allow the sharing of images between our users.
In this case in particular, the suspect allegedly met them on Roblox and then moved the conversation somewhere else. Is there anything that you would ask that parents do to make sure that that type of situation doesn't happen?
Yeah, what you've called out is a real challenge, I think, for the entire industry, and that is that teens in particular have access to all kinds of accounts online. And while Roblox keeps our platform as safe as we possibly can, again, through monitoring all messaging and everything else, we can't say the same for other platforms. So it is important to understand how kids are using the internet. Our advice to parents is really threefold. #1, spend time on the applications that your kids are using just to learn what they're about and why their kids are there. #2, explore the parental controls. So for example, Roblox has robust controls to handle screen time, monitor who your kids are friends with, and limit time that they're spending on the platform. And the third thing is really have conversations with your kids about what is it like to be online, what are they seeing, and how are they reacting to other people.
Matt, we know you guys are doing those steps. You're taking steps on your end, and you're giving advice to these parents out there right now. Is there anything else you want to let parents know about the game Roblox and about what they can do to protect their kids?
Sure. What I say about Roblox is we have more than 90 million users on Roblox every day. They're kids and teens and adults who are spending time with their friends and family, and it's a really important part of a lot of people's lives. But like anything that's online, I think parents should pay attention to what their kids are doing and have a conversation, because the most important thing to do to keep kids safe is really just to be talking to them about what they're doing.
Matt, every day technology changes and people who are predators also change the way that they approach kids. What are you guys doing internally to make sure that you're staying on top of any changes that you may see out there?
Safety is a constant investment. It's something that we will always be working on, and we have been for the last 20 years. And you're right, as our systems get better, the bad actors evolve. And in fact, what we're seeing today is a lot of what these bad actors are doing are trying to take users off of Roblox onto other platforms that just don't have the same safety standards in place. But we leverage AI to monitor things, and we have a team of professional investigators from law enforcement agencies literally all over the world who are constantly investigating and looking for things on Roblox in order to remove the bad actors as quickly as possible.
Matt Kaufman, the Chief Safety Officer for Roblox, thank you so much for joining us via Zoom from California. Matt, have a great weekend.